So why does the city remain comparatively warmer than the surrounding rural areas? The cities are 3 to 8 degrees centigrade warmer than the surrounding rural areas. So this phenomena is called as the urban heat island. That is, the urban areas are comparatively warmer than the surrounding rural areas. So here the major culprit is the kind of material which is used in the cities. So these materials absorb more heat, they trap more heat, and also because of the urban area expansion, the natural cooling has been lost and humans also release a lot of heat. So the materials which we are using in the cities can be measured with the help of something called as the albedo. So the albedo is the reflective capacity of the surface. For example, for fresh snow, the albedo is around 95%. That means it reflects 95% of radiation. Whereas the asphalt which is used in the cities on the roads, the black roads, it has an albedo of around 4%. That means it is absorbing 96% of solar radiation. So that means the concrete which you have or the roads which you have are at least 20 degrees centigrade higher the temperature than the surrounding air. The concrete absorbs 2000 times more heat than the air. If the air is at the temperature of 38 degrees, the concrete or the road will be at the temperature of 20 degrees centigrade more. Now, why the cities cannot cool down? It is because of the loss of the area of evapotranspiration. So, evapotranspiration is done by the trees and it is the method by which the trees keep the area cool. Because the area where we have forest, there is not just evaporation but also the leaves losing the water vapor. Thereby, it is affecting the cooling of the place, makes the area cool. So wherever you have cities, there is 50% lower evapotranspiration. That means lesser is the moisture, lesser is the natural fluid. Now, this is because the green cover of most of the cities of India has been lost. For example, Delhi has only 20% of green cover. For Bangalore, it is 15%, which was earlier known as the Garden City. Hyderabad, only 13%. Mumbai, 25%, even if you are including Sanjay Gandhi National Park and others. So, as compared to the contrasting rural areas, the urban areas have 40 to 50% of less vegetation or green area or the area which is contributing to evapotranspiration. And along with all this, there is also anthropogenic heat, that is the human generated heat. Now, what are these various sources of the heat? Of course, the first culprit in your mind is industries. It is not so. The first culprit is the vehicles, which contribute to 35 to 40% of the heat. And the buildings, AC which we use, which contribute 30 to 40% of the heat. Whereas industries contribute just 10 to 50% of the heat. Now, the ACs, okay, you might be thinking the ACs will be cooling down your home. But when the AC will be cooling down in your room, outside it will be emitting 2 to 3 times more heat. That means more number of ACs when you use, there will be more heat outside, and for that again we require more cooling. This is kind of a vicious cycle. It is also called as the heat feedback loop. Now, in the urban areas, you also have something called as urban canyon effect and the Venturi effect. Urban canyon means, for example, you have two buildings. These two buildings, okay, when the sun rays will be falling, so the solar radiation is trapped between these two buildings. And also, you have something called as the Venturi effect. So, between two towers, between two buildings, you might feel that the air is passing very fast, the speed of the air is increasing, but the overall ventilation of the city is decreasing because of these big towers, okay, or big buildings which are there in the cities. And also these concrete jungles, they trap a very large amount of heat. And moreover, the urbanization in India is increasing, and the worst part here is the population is increasing only in class 1 cities or the mega cities. So it is not uniform. The towns are not developing. From the past 20 years, the towns are just like that. So the mega cities are becoming the heat engines, and also in the major cities, lot of lakes have been lost. The city is extending like a ribbon. Along the highways, the cities are extending. And wherever you have these IT corridors, there the urban area or the concrete jungles, they have become very intense. For example, in Hyderabad, you have this western part where the concretization has become excess. And also in Bengaluru, the IT park that has excessive amount of heat. And over this, these buildings use a lot of glass, which will be trapping the heat. And most of the cities have lost their green cover, they have lost the lakes, which otherwise would have caused cooling. And in addition to this, the heat waves are also increasing. The heat waves have not just increased, but also their frequency is increasing. They are coming for longer duration, and instead of coming in the month of May or April, they have started early, as soon as in the month of March. And that's why India, or majorly the cities, they are facing more tropical nights, long duration of nights, which are hotter. And because of this, the cooling demand is also increasing. The power, which India used to use, in 2013 was around 130 gigawatt. Now, the peak power demand in India is around 250 gigawatt. So, majorly this demand is coming from the cooling. Now, what can be the solution for this? So, we should have something called a sponge city. You should have 50% of the city area as natural area, like parks, trees, forests, etc. These are also called as the sponge cities. And you should be painting your roof white in color, so that whatever radiation comes, it will be reflected. And also we need to discover new type of materials which will absorb less amount of heat. And the cooling in your homes, it has to happen naturally. So we have to come up with such a kind of a design where your homes cool naturally. Along with that, we should have a lot of reflective surfaces. We can have urban forests. And most importantly, we need to have a sustainable living. So finally, I want to tell you that cities were built to protect the humans from nature. But slowly, the cities themselves are becoming climatic hazards. Thank you. Follow the channel, and this will be helpful for your mains also. And the mains transcript will be there in the description below. See you.